And boom, that says that I'm live. Welcome to Tokyo Tonight. This is, what is this? This is the 17th of January. You can see it right there. Just coming up on 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock by my clock, so good enough. In fact, I'm just watching it come on right now, so we're going to check the lag. But I think I've got it just right. Lately the buffering has been better. So that's 30 seconds. And it's about 35. Okay, so it's better than the usual 40. I started 40 seconds on, so we are go indeed. We go, except that my screen just collapsed there. So let us go back to the magazine cover. I've got a picture of Smap there for the magazine cover this week, although you can only see one of the members. It's good to see you all tonight. I'll tell you what, I've uploaded 2 pretty good tracks this week. One today and one earlier in the week, and you know, I'm always trying to get better. I'm always learning new tools. I'm using this new thing, iMachine, as of late. I'm getting better with it. I'm making some tracks that I really like. I've just focused on making drum and bass music, which is actually my original thing. That's what I used to get all my gigs DJing for, and trying to make the style. My style was that I used to get gigs for was playing sort of jazzy and kind of acoustic-y drum and bass, as opposed to everyone who was just doing very dark and electronic and heavy, which I like as well. But you know, you got to stand out, you got to be different to get gigs, and that's what I did. And so it's kind of the genre that I know, and I've been focusing on making tracks like that. And I'm kind of thinking I might put an album on Gimmeabreakman, or if I can, iTunes or something like that. If I can, well, no, maybe Gimmeabreakman to begin with anyway, but just to get some good sounds. I quite like the sound, so I guess I'm going to start with putting my 2 tracks from this week on, and as background music. I'll have these on so I can check when they're done, while I go through the comments and say hello to you. So let's kick that going. Let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. I'll try to get a sense myself. So this track is there we go. It's a track I uploaded tonight. It's called Ginza Jazz Attack, and the track after this is called Kithasando. Big coincidence. I met the first member of the Tokyo Digital crew this week, Ben Duncan, who's often in the comments. I think he's just about to start school or something, and he started working as well. I just arrived in Japan, had lunch with him this week. That was pretty cool, actually. His track was actually, by coincidence, I edited these actually before Christmas, so it was a total coincidence. But on the Japan Business Time this week, the theme music was Ben Duncan's as well. So yeah, he's from Minnesota. He's just arrived in Japan, and that was pretty cool. And I see there's a bunch of people here. Tell me how the levels are. You know, if my voice is if it's hard to hear. It's a bit too loud. You can't hear me too well. Okay, I'll turn it down a little bit. How about maybe about there? Maybe about there. So anyway, good to see you all. Man, there's some nice and yes, I quite like this. Is very acoustic actually. The other one's more dancey, but I quite like this one as well. But anyway, all my stuff is of course free to download and is licensed so that you can reuse it with whatever you want, your movie, your video game, your YouTube videos, whatever. Let's go back to the people from the beginning. So Lucas Massa, indeed, everyone commenting. Nombiri Store was here, at least was here earlier. I hope you're still here. Nombiri Store, another member of the Tokyo Digital Crew. You can see, wow, even on his YouTube avatar, that's pretty cool. Lucas Massa, good to see you. And yeah, Razel Gul. By the way, I noticed that you noticed some awesome stuff which I posted tonight. By the way, tonight I am going to talk Japan news as I always do, but I want to talk a little bit more about community and video stuff, just because there's so much kind of awesome stuff happening and going around at the moment. But who else we got here? By the way, if you're in, leave a comment now, because I want to say hello to you. You know, even if you don't normally comment, it's cool for me when I see you guys. By the way, I'll pause this video so I save my bandwidth. So who else we got? We got Raz, Lucas, Nombiri still there. Englandese, good to see you, Englandese. Sean Bro, made it. Excellent to see you, Sean Bro. Who else we got? Andrea Moboye, good to see you as always. Noun 5, awesome, good to see you. Robert 1967 Canada, good to see you. Mr. Cordy Chip, welcome as always. Good to see the regulars. I saw there were some new names there as well, actually, who I want to catch up to soon, because that's a really cool thing as well, seeing new people as well. Phoenix 787, great to see you there. Mr. Cordy Chip doesn't swim. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but yes, it is good to swim. Lysander 45, great to see you. And yes, I'm still rationing butter. I'm trying not to use it all at once, but it's there. Who else we got here? Travis Moore, excellent. Hey to Travis Moore. Megan Conrad, great to see you. By the way, I'm going to link to the thread last night that Victor was talking about. It was very, very nice of you to comment. To comment on that. But yeah, it was an interesting conversation last night. Very good to see you, Megan. Phil Nolan, great to see you. Who else we got in here? Nippon Culture Quest. Oh, great to see you. Man, there's a good crowd here. Mata Gaijinka, new person from Ottawa, I guess coming in early in the morning. So great to have Mata Gaijinka along. Good name there, by the way. King and Kodos, great to see you. Indeed missing Ben, but we'll see if Ben joins. Who else have we got here? KNS TV, excellent to see you. England is still back. Cooper Town Productions, good to see Cooper Town Productions back. And Globby, actually haven't seen Globby post in a while, so good to see you. Who else we got here? We got I see comments keep adding as fast as I'm scrolling, which is a good thing, but I am trying to keep up. Let's go down. For sure, indeed. Ahmed, good to see you. Ahmed also good to see you. Hemmingford Grey 62, awesome. Who else we got here? We got Dan Skasa, another guy who I met just before Christmas actually, and it was very good to catch up in Tokyo. Hope you're doing well in Tokyo, man. And who else? Boom. I think we've caught up there. So yeah, good crowd. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope you're digging the tunes. What are we up to? Okay, we've just started on my second track, which I did midway through this week. This is called Kitasando. It's kind of a trendy neighborhood, that's why I gave it the name. I like this track as well, actually. It's kind of more dancey, but this is Mata Gaijinka. Get all the coffee that you need. I like this track a lot as well, so enjoy it as I do my introduction to the show. But yes, hope you are all well. Well, indeed, if I don't notice you moving in, there you go. So let's get in. While we do this, by the way, of course, as you know, in the links below, you can find my Hikosaemon Flipboard, which is a magazine of all the articles that I put together, my Tokyo Tonight topics, and you can access all of these links yourself, which you should do tonight because a lot of these are actually. Oh, by the way, Hafid Belk, good to see you. Hey, from Morocco, good to see you, sir. Hey, Jimuro, cool to see you. By the way, tell me what you think of the tunes. Hey, Temiko, good to see you. Kia ora, good to see you, Kiwi there. Yeah, tell me what you think of the tunes. All of my tunes are available on SoundCloud, link below. My Flipboard stuff is all available on Badaboom. It's all available on Flipboard. It's on the web. There's a link below, and you can actually. There's a lot of videos tonight, which is why you should go and check out. You should go and watch these. I'm recommending that you go and watch these. So first thing, this is on Facebook actually. Kran, good to see you, sir. This was awesome. I saw this just tonight. It's actually Undercover Boss with Kylo Ren and Starkiller Base, and it's epic. It's epic. They got yeah. I don't know this actor at all, apart from the Force Awakens, but he did a really nice job on the Saturday Night Live skit of being Undercover Boss and Starkiller Base. You have to watch it. Hey, Morton Hillman, good to see you. Ale, mate. Oh, Ale. Good to see you. Megan, you like this? Seriously, I'm making some sick shit at the moment. Like, no joking. Hey, 8K, good to see you. ATK, Sumi-chan, good to see you indeed. Sumi-chan. Icarus, 18. Hey, good to see you. Wow, there's lots of people checking in. Good to see you. Digging the tunes. I made this shit. I made this. So, yes, indeed. Check this out. This thing with Kylo Ren and Starkiller Base is awesome. Even if you don't like Kylo Ren or the new movie, which I do. I love both the character and the movie, but this was good. And yeah. Well, I missed the HBO Showgirls thing, obviously, but yes, indeed. And just another. Of course, we had some people leave us this week. Of course, there's Alan Rickman, David Bowie, among others this week. El Camado, thank you for the like there. And good to have you on board, sir. I guess you're in. Oh, there you are, indeed. Good morning, El Camado. So, of course, and Sasimang 28172. Good to see you. For me, I know everyone who watches Harry Potter is, of course, very into Alec Rickman, of course, as the Slytherin housemaster or whatever. But for me, this article is what I've been thinking all week, and I just saw it tonight. A friend posted it. S Ken on Twitter. To me, he will always be Hans Gruber. And Hans Gruber in Die Hard, I think he's just like one of the best bad guys like ever. So sorry, I'm partly distracted by the comments, although I'm trying to focus on. So I'm gonna focus for now. Hans Gruber, I think, is one of the best bad guys ever, and I think he played the role so well. And this kind of does a very nice analysis of why he was so awesome. Hey Foghart, thank you for the like. And Foghart, another member of the Tokyo Digital crew, making some awesome music lately as well. So yes, Hans Gruber, rest in peace. I mean, again, he's not that old nowadays. You know, you almost expect people to live to be like 90 or 100 nowadays, and it is kind of shocking. It does seem young when people go at 69. I mean, it's the average life expectancy is going up. But I guess it's a great thing about you know, when you're an actor or a musician, your stuff can outlive you if you can really you know, if you and I think that's the thing. I think you have to. It's been a good opportunity this week to celebrate, you know, David Bowie, and even people who don't really know these people very well. I mean, I think everyone knows the Harry Potter movies and so on, but you get to find out more about the people sometimes when they go. And David Bowie, you know, there's been a lot of stuff about his connection with Japan, how he had a stylist from Japan. He had a kind of a special connection with Japan, and indeed, you know, the way that he dressed was very inspiring, which I didn't realize a lot of at the time. I did kind of know that he's very innovative in terms of the music business, how he ran his company. Hey, Kerry Washington, good to see you. Yes, it's, I don't know, I think it's been a good opportunity. I mean, people are going to pass away. Unfortunately, it happens. It's sad. You can look at it as sad, but at the same time, I think it's been a good opportunity to celebrate the great work that these people have done. And I've watched a few David Bowie documentaries this week, and damn, you know, he's a really interesting guy. And you know, for me, I think in his passing, I just want a final round of applause, because I think they really were amazing. I know a lot of people saying, "Oh, 2016 sucks already because these people have died," but actually, you know, for me, I think it's been a great opportunity to celebrate these people. So those are my two tracks from this week. Question: I should do a poll here right now. Is it really distracting if I play music while I talk at that volume? I can keep playing through my playlist while I talk if you like, or I could just stop at the moment. Yeah, I'm kind of jumping on the comments on the wrong time. Good to see you, James O'Hara, by the way, and my lone puppy. Good to see you. So yeah. Anyway, I mean, the thing is, you know, whatever they do, I mean, everyone's humans, and frankly, if they don't have closets, I mean, David Bowie hung his closets out in public, I guess, but still, you know, it's I think it has been. Yeah, Phil Nolden, you watched that documentary? I thought that documentary was awesome. I just watched that the night he died, and I thought that was a good way. I think that's a good sort of a way to celebrate someone like that. So we have a vote for good with my music, a vote for a little distracting, somewhat, should pipe up my volume. You mean, so Zach, you mean me talking volume or music or what? It's a bit distracting. Okay, maybe if I quieten it down, I'll just let it go. How about if I just do that? It's like I'm editing live. Is that even playing? There it goes. Okay, so this is Skytree. And it's there, but it's very quiet in the background. Let me just check that. Yeah, that'll do. I love these headphones, by the way. This was like the best thing that I bought all of 2015. Well, that and this actually as well, I really like. These are Sony 7506. They're professional headphones. You can't buy them retail. You have to get them in a big kind of paper bag or something. But they're official Sony stuff, and they're the best headphones anywhere. Barringer, good to see you, sir. And Jumaro, by the way, good to see you. So I've turned down the volume. I'm just going to let the music go, and let's keep going through the stories that we've got. But farewell, Hans Gruber, and was it Major Tom, Captain? I don't know, Space Dude, David Bowie. It was good. And by the way, for me, David Bowie, like I think my introduction to him was Labyrinth, which I know people kind of didn't really spend a lot of time on, but I thought, you know, the movies that he was in were awesome as well. I mean, yeah, he's a cool guy. He's just a cool guy for me. So this was a really good thread. So let's I wonder if I can open this up. Victor did this on Twitter, and he actually, it's kind of a nice community thing. Oh, not that. let's go over here. So where I posted something. Boom. So last night, Victor, he asked a simple question. What is the best related YouTube channel? Victor votes for Rachel and Jun, awesome channel, and they're kicking ass at the moment. I saw they posted a video yesterday that already has like 85,000 subs or views, so of course they're kicking ass. So a lot of people here, and yes indeed, the Sennheiser make great headphones, but they're freaking expensive. These are less than $100 and they are super good. 071, oh good to see you indeed. Tai Nakamura, also very good to see you by the way, thank you for joining. So yeah, it's kind of interesting for this vote. What's your thought on this? What is the best Japan related YouTube channel? And don't say, feel free to say me if you want to, but honestly you don't have to say it here. So what are the other, what are the channels, of course, other than me perhaps, that you think are the best YouTube channels? In terms of the responses here, yeah, Phil Nolan there is voting for Rachel and Jun. Rachel and Jun themselves say thank you, and they vote for that Japanese man Yuta, who was also kicking ass. He did an awesome video. I hope I put it on here. I think I did put it on here. He did a video of Japanese people watching the But We're Speaking Japanese video of Ken Tanaka. You know, I've just realized something with the focus with this as well. I think it's the light reflecting off the glasses. This is now middle and focused. It's centered. But the focus is crap, isn't it? Who cares? Anyway, back on this. So yes, we have a vote for Texan in Tokyo from Japanese for Mods. She did a great video this week on the cost of living, which I've also featured in this Flipboard. Great topic, and again kicking ass with views and whatnot. So I think definitely Texan in Tokyo, I mean, as you all know, is one of my favorite channels anyway, and I've got a lot of books and everything as well. Matty Manzarek says that Japanese man Yuta, and I agree. I really like his man in the street interviews and stuff like that. He's very good at that. I mean, that's what he did with his book and what he does with his videos, and I think they're very effective. So that is pretty good. This person recommended Life Where I'm From, which I had to look up. It's somebody who makes videos of their kids, which is nothing wrong with that. But for me, I feel a little bit like weird watching other people's kids in videos too much. Although some people have channels with that, and they're good videos, so that is a suggestion there. Megan, who was here in the comments, mentions, thank you very much, Victor, myself, as well as Rachel and Jun, Charlotte, Japan. Thank you, very, very nice to put me in that company with people. All the other people have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, so that's pretty nice. Charlotte herself recommends Abroad in Japan. Abroad in Japan is, of course, kicking ass. He's got an awesome channel, actually. And he's just got a natural charisma. He's very funny and talented, so I think that is a great suggestion. I mentioned myself, as you all know, PDR. For me, PDR is the best thing on YouTube. And although there are still people doing very, very well, indeed Yuta's channel is kicking ass, but PDR is still like the best channel for me. And Raina there actually is very nicely said, myself and Victor there, but that's okay. So who else we got here? Inaka Face is torn between Michaela and Texan in Tokyo, who both make good content, so both good choices there. Another vote from Matthew Lotin from Indianaka for Texan in Tokyo, which is I think this is another. So you can kind of see the themes coming out now. Abroad in Japan, Shala, Texan in Tokyo getting a lot of votes. Roller, the most consistently entertaining. I'm not sure what he means. I think he's talking about TV, but anyway, Life Where I'm From. Life Where I'm From, there we go, is saying thank you. So they noticed that they got noticed indeed. People are sleeping on us. Ha ha ha. Kyle, I don't know what that is about per se. Potato nugget. But yes, I see. So they're advertising themselves, I guess. But Kyle and Eric, why not? Why not self-promote? Chris Broad came in. He's getting a lot of shout-outs. And he comes in himself and says, thanks, Charlotte. Expect your bribery payment through tomorrow evening at the latest. So just a thank you there. Dave is suggesting Charlotte in Japan, Abroad in Japan, can't beat British humor. Indeed, and that's what PDR has as well, by the way. But yeah, agreed. I think that's where he's kicking us. That Japanese man Yuta, he came in and said thank you, by the way, as well. So actually, yeah, it's kind of nice to see everyone coming in here and saying thank you. This is kind of epic how this has gone along. Who else have we got here? We've got Colby P. Bread. He's coming and says Rachel Jun abroad Japan, Charlotte in Japan. The Anime Man, I don't know if he counts or I don't know who he is. If not, then Einshines. Another 2 channels there I don't know, but some votes there. Frederick Koning is voting for I always say this wrong, Beggy Dragons. So there we go, big win, and we have those people there as well, with Amanda obviously involved in that as well. Brittany Pyong says Michaela Texan in Tokyo. Oh, pardon me. Another person agreeing there. Who else have we got? A guy called Victor, forget his name. Another vote there for Charlotte in Japan and Rachel and Jun, so kicking ass. Ori Jr. Saying, of course, Japanese for morons. Cooking with Dog, a vote for Cooking with Dog there. They've actually been featured on normal TV lately, so that's kind of cool. And I think this is the end of it, but Life Where I'm From suggests Rachel and Jun abroad in Japan and Michaela, and Jason Harris, Taisha Jason, comes in and says he really likes that Japanese man Yuta. So you can pretty much see from this, that's a pretty good poll with a pretty good cross-section of responses, and there's a pretty clear consensus that it really is Rachel and Jun, Charlotte, Texan in Tokyo, and that Japanese man Yuta. They're the ones really kicking ass at the moment, and if you're not, you should go subscribe to them. I'm kind of curious here as well. I know there are a whole bunch of comments going while I was reading those of other suggestions. I see there's a couple of votes there for Cooking with Dog. Let's go through and see what else we got. Yuta just got 100k subs. Wow, he's doing really, really well. Life Where I'm From. So, okay, Phoenix, you seem to be up with the channels there. Ahmed also likes the japanchannel.com too. Yeah, that's good. And, politics, Ahmed, but yes, what else have we got? We have Rachel and June, another vote, Cooking with Dog there from Mr. Cordy Chip. Best Japanese channel ever. Tokyo Kuni, what happened to Tokyo Kuni? Tokyo Kuni is actually back in upper state New York, I think, and I noticed lately he seems to be back to making videos or something, which looks good. But yes, he seems to be getting active again, and who knows, hopefully we'll see him back here. Who else have we got? We got another vote there for Cooking with PDR, yes, that's right. And Mimea, great as well, of course. Runny 999, yeah, he's awesome. Temiko running with the crowd there. Born in Japan, Charlotte, Rachel Jun, indeed. Beggy Dragons, guilty pleasure, not a J vlogger from Crown. Well, I think he counts. Kazuko from Japan for James O'Hara. PDR confuses Barringer. Well, there's a lot of Japanese and a lot of kind of being a half-related humor there, which you get. Wow, I am really out of focus, aren't I? Is it just low resolution, or am I actually out of focus? Sometimes it is the light bouncing off these which does it. The focus, I'm straight in front of the camera. Maybe I need a new camera. I don't know. Sucks. Okay, what else we got? Sean Bro is a good channel too, says Phoenix787. Tai Nakamura's going for that. Mr. Jones says My Lung Puppy. Why not Mr. Jones? Yeah, he's pretty awesome. Tomoko indeed. NHK, well, they don't have a YouTube channel. I wish they did, because I would watch it. Softy Papa says Englandese, and that's another great channel, of course. Kaid and Eric, which I don't know. I've got to check them out, since they're nominating themselves there as well. Kevin O'Shea, he's been making some good videos lately. I've got him lined up for a shout out actually just after this. Yeah, Andy-san, I hear the same thing about him. Sawtooth, nice to have you along, Sawtooth, by the way. And your faves are abroad in Japan, Rachel and Jun, me and Victor, thank you very much. That's a good, very distinguished company to be included with. Who else? There's a Kawaii Jutsu, who moved back to Tokyo 2 years ago, but there we go, former J vlogger, and another good one to check. This is a great list. This is why YouTube should never delete these comments, because there's good information in here. The Anime Man does work with Einstein a lot. I don't know Einstein, but I've got to check them out. We have a vote that Einstein is a weirdo, but there you go. Tomoko Des is the most adorable channel. Whoa, that I suddenly got to the end of the comments there. I think I saw. Why did Cooney leave? The 3 old dudes qualify. They definitely qualify. 3 old dudes definitely qualify. Mr. Jones has not posted any videos. Shame, because his first views were so great indeed. Although they're pretty demanding to do, I think. Razo Gul says Emily Louise Maitland, Charlie No Seikatsu, and Miss Lisa sometimes. Those 3, and I agree. I think those are some great channels there. And Ahmed points out as well, Grace, rarely seen such a beautiful woman that can be that intelligent too. And I agree. I think she's like incredible, actually. So yeah, it might be my bandwidth I'm low res. I don't know. It's really annoying. Don't worry about it, Frederick. Who cares? Tubby Eats. That's another good channel. And Keisan Death. I don't know Keisan Death, but that's a good one to know. Jake Knowlton, since he likes AKB, that's right. We had a big talk with him about that last night, which was actually really informative for me, although poor old Victor was being not that included, which I feel bad about. But yes, anyway, it was really, really good. And Mondaiji Dave, I don't know, so I've got to check that out. But yes, indeed. Azuki Island, good evening to you. Good to see you along. So anyway, I thought that, as you can see, that's a great thread and quite informative. So bada bing. Let's go back to the Flipboard. Whoa. And what else we have here? This is the Ginza Attack, the really jazzy acoustic track that I put in the beginning. Keisan, I don't know that one. Damn, I'm going to have to watch this video back myself so I can go back and subscribe to all these names that I don't recognize, that I'm obviously not subscribed to. So as you can see, this is a great channel. This is kind of what I want the show to be mostly about tonight. But that's my track. Go and download it, use it for free, do what you like with it. Did Jake convert me to being an AKB48 fan? No, because unfortunately I'm cursed by not being tone deaf, and it's not my bag. But that said, I can respect what they do. I can respect what Akimoto, the guy who set it up, has achieved, and the business model and how they come to dominate commercial music here, and what a powerful force they are. But personally, just not my thing. So anyway. Keisan is not a vlogger, but a metal musician. So there we go. Oh, there's some good ones there from Nippon Culture Quest. She's mentioning Be My Life, Hide in Osaka. I think, is it Hide or Hyde? I should check that. Hikipedia, I know, of course, and she is awesome. Yeah, I love her channel. And there's nothing wrong with AKB48. It's just not my bag. It probably would have been my bag when I first got to Japan. So speaking of the stars that everyone keeps talking about, hey KT, good to see you. Takes in Tokyo, the cost of living in the countryside, and she did a blog earlier in this week on the cost of living in Tokyo. The videos are kicking ass, actually, and they're always good, and she's smart. And Ellen Dick, good to see you. And her videos are great. So if you haven't seen it or you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. But you can use my Flipboard to get the link to go and watch your latest video. This is a good video. I endorse it. This just came up on my feed tonight. Grizzly and Hash. So this is actually a series. It's the first ever collaboration between Ken Tanaka from Help Me Find Parents. He's actually doing he's acting as executive producer on this new police drama, which is starring his brother David Yuri. David's been on some of Ken's videos before. They've done videos together, but this is the first time that David's actually been acting, working as an actor in a production that Ken's been involved in. So Ken, in looking for his parents in LA. Hey Lara, good to see you. It looks like he has been thank you KNS TV, that's extremely depressing, but I'll bear it in mind. So yeah, since he's been in LA looking for his parents, it looks like he's gotten into the acting thing, and good on him. He's made some great sort of videos. He's got a great YouTube channel, and yeah, it's great to see he's working with his brother David, who's of course quite a reputable Hollywood actor now. Real skin is quite high maintenance. So yes, he was good in he ended up underneath that ATM, didn't he? But yes, I mean, all of the roles that he played, he's in Heroes, he's like in every awesome TV series, and so here he is playing a cop, and this was just the first episode, but it was good. I really liked it, and I feel like it's some sort of series that I've been watching since the 70s. And El Comedo, very worthy shout out there to Nonbirishito, who is indeed making kick-ass music lately, really good music, using some new tools. And showing that. So yes, I want to keep trying to figure out a way to collaborate more, but yes indeed. Anyway, so this is really awesome. I watched this tonight and had a very entertaining, so you should watch that. Comical Rainer, she put out a big video of all the people that she met up with in 2015, including me, but that's not the reason I put it up, not the only reason anyway, but it's cool. She's cool. Her channel is awesome, and this is a nice sum up of 2015. It's in English. So go and check it out, and go and check out her channel if you don't know her channel, because she is awesome. Some other people that are awesome that I've just discovered lately, Ronin Japan. This guy makes a bunch of vlogs and stuff like that, and I just noticed this. He's doing kanji tag, but I noticed he had awesome background music, and so I felt like I should shout him out because his sound was just excellent. But Ronin Japan, another new Japan channel, so go out, support the guy. This guy, F0042, this video has about like 3 views, but he made it to my music. It's actually a nice little time lapse that he made to my music, so yay, thank you for that. And yes, that is awesome. Phil Nolan did a car charger review and giveaway. I always appreciate, actually, this is part of what this is. People who use my music and tag that they use my music, I do want to shout you guys out. You know, I mean, this is part of, I make it for the purpose of having it be heard, you know, and if I find out that someone liked it enough to reuse it, that's cool to me. So yes, Phil Nolan, a regular user of my music, and not only do you use it, but you tag your stuff, so I can find out that you used it, and I feel good, and that makes me want to make more music. So thank you for using that. And if you ever want to see a car charger review, or actually Phil, he does a lot of 3D graphics sort of videos and stuff like that, go and check out his videos. I mean, they're interesting, and you can keep up with that. Plus, he's an awesome commenter. Panda Goes to Tokyo, she's interesting, and anyway, she's been in Japan at the last 2 YouTube parties and so on. She's got a good video here about Shinjuku Nichome. We've talked about Shinjuku Nichome with Atomic Boy X when he came on. It's the LGBT, the gay hub of Tokyo, and yes, she is a regular visitor, and that is awesome. And it's actually really because it's a part of the world that's, I mean, it's interesting anyway. I mean, Japan's got a big population that aggregates in Tokyo, in this one neighborhood in Shinjuku Nichome, and so Ron in Japan. But anyway, so she does good videos. She tells some good stories. There's been a couple of videos. She did a good video about being stopped at the airport a while ago as well. She's just a really interesting person, and plus really cool to talk to in person. So go and check out her videos, and again, awesome, just background music, just random. Yes, Alan Dick, my music, some of it's chill and some of it is not chill, but there's a lot of it. I've tried to label stuff what's more ambient. If you message me and say you want something that sounds like this, I could recommend or even make something. But by the way, check out, so go to the Tokyo Digital Crew page. There's a page where we aggregate the music that we all make, and it's all available for YouTubers to use. Non-Biristo's music is chill, and it's better than mine. It is actually better than mine, I feel, but it makes me want to work harder at it. I make some okay stuff, but non-Biri stuff is really, really awesome as well. So, you know, go and check out Tokyo Digital Crew on SoundCloud, and you can find our stuff. Wikipedia, she does like book reviews, and you know, she's smart, she's interesting. You know, she's got a really, really cool channel, and it's kind of like, it's a bit low key. I don't know, I think her channel could get bigger, but I kind of like the vibe. It's kind of laid back and easygoing, and that's why I like watching her videos. And I do appreciate, again, she's another person who uses my music. Shivers in Japan, 2 Girls Lost in Hakone. Shivers actually made the Friday Night Gaijin, which I haven't been making videos for a while now, but she made the intro for that for me. She's like super awesome. She's like a raver. She wears like robotic tails and stuff like that every now and then, and she did a really, really cool video of a trip there, lost in Hakone, with my stuff. Where's Stu? Big shout out, by the way. If you, in fact, now that I suddenly realise, I should have said Stu in Tokyo, I think, is one of my favourite channels. He's one of these guys who comes along once every couple of years. Abroad in Japan, I put them in a similar category. He's just charismatic and entertaining and just very, very good at what he does naturally. And yeah, he's no longer in Japan, so it's no longer Stu in Tokyo. So he started a new channel, Where's Stu. He's kind of rebranded a little bit, but damn, he's still worth watching. There's guys in the past, I remember guys like Betamax DC who were also super charismatic and really, good fun to watch, but he kind of disappeared, which happens, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's great that Stu's keeping it up, and I'm sure I'm positive he's going to be back in Japan at some point. But yeah, it was cool hanging out with him this year, and that's why I put that there. Another shout out for Jenny Silva, Japanese IRL. She's continuing to use my stuff regularly, and plus, if you want to learn Japanese, I mean, she's got Japanese in real life. The way that she teaches is really good. I mean, it's actually one of the better Japanese learning setups, and she's kind of done it in a very professional way online. So this Japanese IRL I totally recommend anyway. And I love the fact that she's not using the textbook or the sort of the Japanese that you don't use. She actually picks up real stuff, which I totally endorse. So you should, if you're interested in Japan or learning Japanese, subscribe to her anyway. I think it's just good for your brains. Nippon Culture Quest, I see you were there in the comments. I didn't forget you. Thank you very much. I have noticed that you've been posting a few videos with my stuff, and I've been getting to know you through your videos as well. And I've heard other people tell me to go and watch your stuff because it is, people are talking about how you're making really good stuff lately, and your videos are really fun. I mean, really, you've got a good manner on camera, and it's easy to watch. And indeed, you can see all the love coming out now. Jenny is very chill and friendly and awesome. So yes, keep up the good work, and thank you again for using my stuff. Shay Roberts, someone mentioned Shay Roberts earlier, I think. He started a kind of a beginner's guide to learning Japanese. This is another series, but again, he's a guy when I met him, like at the YouTube party, really cool to talk to, and just well grounded, kind of a good perceptive, a good he's got good insight on Japan. I find him just very reasonable, and I feel very on the same sort of vibe with him, when I talk with him. And I find all his videos as well, again, they don't have a lot of views, but his videos are on subjects that I'm interested in, and I find he's always on point. So Shane Roberts, Shane Japan, he's got a great channel, and you should totally go make sure you're subscribing to this guy. This is a new channel that I discovered. How did I discover this even? I think I discovered somebody who was using my music, and then I clicked on a related video for another channel I didn't recognize, and very much like Christina, her production value is just really good. This person's just really good at talking, and makes really good, high quality, good engaging videos. Sunny Usa-chan. I like the video, so there you go. I'll post one more actually, which is from Victor. He posted this video of his end of year thing, going to the local shrine and all that sort of stuff, going up to his relative's house, kind of documentary style. It's like a 20-minute video, but Victor, he mentioned to me that he thought that he put like hours of effort into editing this, and you can see it, and it really is. He put a lot of work into this video, and he's acquired a lot of skills to be good at this stuff, and I think it comes through in this, and I think this really is one of his best videos. So just for that, I mean, it's a bit long, but I think it's worth watching if you haven't caught it already. It's on Gimmeabreakman channel, and it's a really good video. This is Japan, the Ochobo Inari. It's a really watchable video, so go and watch that. Phoenix 787, I didn't forget you. You made a whole time lapse of walking around with the GoPro with my music in the background, so thank you for that. And I also really like that you made a video with where is it? I've got it over here. You made a video with oh god, I'm getting old. Not Winston. Oh, help me out. I'm having a middle age moment there. I'm going to come back to it. Dave Powell, big photography blogger. He went and recently got a stabilizer, one of those automatic stabilizers. I actually heard from Ace that he watched Dave's thing on this. I don't know if it was directly because of that, but he went and got the same thing, this DJI Osmo. They're an expensive piece of kit, but having a fully automated like Steadicam is really powerful for shooting, and he's just shot a demonstration of this around Roppongi Hills. Yeah, Yuichi Chuba. I'm sorry, I was thinking of his real life name and I was getting it mixed up with the channel. Yuichi Chuba and Zach. Sorry, I shouldn't have said his real name. It got me confused. But yes. So anyway, Dave, yeah, big time photographer actually, and he kind of shot this video of just going around these kind of Steadicam shots, going around Roppongi Hills, and was nice enough to use my music. And the video is awesome, the kid is awesome, and the music's it's okay, but you know, it's nice that he used mine anyway. And his videos are pretty cool. So yes, indeed, that's another good channel. Hanafubuki. Oh, Yoko Shibata. She's got another really awesome, and she's like a genuine. She's a real deal artist, actually, and video artist. She shot a time lapse. So she shot it doing photos. Like I said, I've got this, and I've hardly used it lately, just because I find the low resolution on the video really frustrating. But it takes high resolution photos. So what she did was really interesting. She took a time lapse of herself, but with using photos, so the higher res, which means that you get a 4K quality video. And it's full 360, and it looks awesome. And she lives in Kyoto, which is just also one of the most picturesque places in Japan. So she's using a Ricoh Theta, which is the same as what I have. Where is that? It's probably, I don't have it ready to hand. Let me see if I can find it. Here's where I am. I mean, I've hardly used it, so it's basically like the stick. I mean, I've shown it before, and for me, I'm really waiting for 4K versions of that to come out, which it looks like Nikon might be bringing out. But anyway, she did it with photos, which you can. I realized when I saw it, oh, I could do that with my camera, although to stabilize the light and everything as well is actually kind of tough. But Hanafubuki's video, this is like a, yes, this is the whole future of video making. I'm actually pretty sure, and my mate, you know, Ace from Ace Producer, he's the same. He's actually making, by the way, inside information, he's shooting another series of What Really Matters in New Zealand at the moment. I've noticed his updates on Facebook. He's in the most beautiful part of New Zealand in the summer, and he's at a few music festivals and stuff, and he's shooting it. It looks really good. Damaster, great to see you. Hanafubuki's videos are all amazing. They are amazing. She is like the most artistic YouTuber I know, and her quality and everything is just amazing. She's got a great sense of humor. She doesn't speak in English, but the way that she makes videos transcends. I mean, I can't speak highly enough about her stuff, and this is really innovative. I love that. Yes, B-roll. Well, that's the whole thing. That's what Ace taught me about. And when Victor asked me for criticism of that video, and the only thing I could say was B-roll, dude. But none of us use B-roll. It's something we should all do more of. But you know, she does it. She does everything right. So that is awesome. That is Yuichi Chuba, who is a huge beer vlogger and beer connoisseur and expert, with another beer expert in Phoenix 787. And nice to see you guys doing beer videos together. So that was kind of awesome. I just picked that up because that was awesome. And in Light Eyes, well, I've met her like twice now. She's cool, and she's very cool to hang out with and talk with. I find her very interesting to talk. She's got a really interesting background. I think she used to live in Peru. She mentioned in one of her videos. And she's traveled a lot. She's very smart, very good at talking, and her videos are really engaging, and I don't know, I'm a fan. I really like her videos. I find her videos really watchable, and her most recent video, she happened to include some of my tunes, but the thing is, even I think I talked with her and I met her a couple of times before I really checked out her videos properly, and her videos are like awesome, so you should totally go and check that stuff out. Go and check those people out. We're already 40 minutes in. I haven't even started on news yet, but let's do some news, because this is Tokyo Tonight, and that is what we do. By the way, how are we doing for music? I don't even know, is that still even playing? I can't hear it myself. Wow, that's really quiet. Give me a second here. Oh, it's really quiet. I quite like that one, Philosophy. That's one of the last ones I made with the iPad. But anyway, Barringer, you can't keep up with your subscriptions. I have like 800 subscriptions. I don't know how many subscriptions do I have. And same thing, I wish YouTube would give us more tools to manage our stuff with. And indeed, Jace, you did Kono Tsunami, it's another good one. Cat Loves Osaka, another great channel. There's a lot of people making good videos lately. Anyway, for news, let's get into some news. Taiwan elections, the Democratic Party there, DPP, Tsai, as everyone knew from like a year ago, defeated President Ma. So the new, we're going to have another Democrat and pro-independence president once again for Taiwan. And it's going to be very interesting to see that dance that they do with China on how close they can get to acting independent or being independent without really being allowed to be independent, and what all the tensions around that are. I'm always very hopeful, at least one, I think it's good for Taiwan to, you know, they're a bit hard done by. They're a big country, they're 25 million people, and we have to pretend that they don't exist or that they're part of a communist dictatorship, that they're not. They're a democratic, thriving economy, one of the biggest economies in the world, and, a lot of Taiwanese in New Zealand, a lot of Taiwanese in Japan, and I wish that they could be acknowledged, and that, we should have good relations with them because they have a tough situation there. And all the best to new President Tsai. Well done on the win there. There is a seminar on February 4th, so 3 weeks from now. Roshio Corp is coming back to Tokyo. We've put up our second episode every Wednesday night because Wednesday night is business time. We have Japan business time every Wednesday night, and so you can check out my new series with her that we recorded at the end of last year. She is doing a big seminar on working effectively with Japanese. It's a corporate-oriented seminar. It is kind of expensive entry, as people will see. But for what it's worth, if you're in the zone for being able to go there, she's given a code. If you put in HIKO30 when you apply, when you fill out the Everbright form, or if you contact the organizers to arrange for tickets to attend, you'll get a 30% discount. If you say Hiko30, if you put in the promotion code Hiko30, 30% for people who watch that Japan Business Time. The information is on those videos and annotations. Or if you watch this and you're listening right now, for my viewers, it still is admittedly quite expensive. And I've talked with Rochelle about that, and about maybe doing an event oriented towards kind of people without the means for going to one of her corporate events. And maybe that's something for a future trip that we might plan out together. But if you can, or if you can convince your company to sponsor, going out to one of her things, mention my code that you heard here, and you can get a discount in anyway. And it's great that she'll be coming back, and hopefully we'll record a third season while she's here. Annie-san, congrats on the 1,000, by the way. And yes, that is a good number there. What do Japanese want to be when they grow up? Number one, they want to be salarymen. That's weird. Singer, 2.4%. Manga creator. In fact, the list there, I think the formatting is a bit weird. But, yes, it's kind of funny. Apparently in other countries, most people want to be police officers or entertainers or doctors or teachers. But in Japan, it's business person. It's the only country where they even made top 3. It's kind of funny. Thailand, number 2 is pro athlete. In Korea, number 2 is entertainer. I guess it shows some of the tendencies of the different countries. Singapore, I guess everyone wants to be bureaucrats. Entrepreneurs, I guess the rebellion from that. Doctor is a very popular profession there, as is police officer. But yes, only in Japan, apparently businessman is a popular choice. That was interesting. We had Jake Knowlton on last night. We were talking a lot about the Gunma prefecture. I'm living in Gunma, as well as the AKB business model and how they've been so successful in Japan and what's going on with all of that. I learned a lot from that. That was really cool. There's a nice blog here I saw being kind of plugged around, which is summarizing where you can live for $500 in Tokyo. So 500 US dollars. So different areas where you can get a reasonable rent, but within reasonable access of Tokyo. They're suggesting Nerima Ward, we're one of the 23 wards of Tokyo. It's north of Ikebukuro. You can get a nice, again, this is very much a one-person apartment, but yeah, you can get that. Central Tokyo, like where I used to live in Meguro, was like 90,000. It was like, geez, about $900. Same for my apartment in Nakano. My apartment in Kashiwa was like 600 US dollars. So it is kind of tough. You have to find the hey Sadiq, good to see you Sadiq. Nice to have our regular from Turkey joining us. So there's another example, Nogata Station from Seibu Shinjuku. By the way, I know people who live in Nogata. Nogata's a great neighborhood. Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, so 58,000 is 484. Okay, so I'm not converting right as well. I used to live in a place for like 67,000 in Kashiwa, which would be over 500. But wow, you can live for 484 in Nogata. That's a good deal. It's a lovely place, and that's right. It's a Seibu Shinjuku line. Not a really popular train line, but yeah, you get a respectable thing here. So Shinagawa Ward between Shinjuku and Yokohama. So the thing is, yeah, like Nishi-Oi, places like this, geographically they're pretty convenient for Tokyo, but they're cheap because they're not well connected. You know, the trains, you have to go on a weird train line or something like that, or you have to walk a long way to the station. But there we go, Shonan Shinjuku line, which doesn't have regular train. I mean, the trains are kind of like every 20 minutes, so it's not that convenient. But yeah, you can get to Yokohama or Tokyo pretty conveniently, so that's pretty good. Kita Ayase, so that's kind of on the way to Kashiwa, where I used to live. And there you go, 5,000 yen for about 20 square meters. That's really harsh in terms of space. These are all 20 square meters? That was 20 square meters. That's 20 square meters. Well, I lived in Nijugo. I lived in 25. Yeah, these are really small. I'm just noticing that as well. But there again, I mean, if you don't want to hang out at home very often, I mean, your bed, you're just going to put a bed in there, and that's going to take up your whole apartment, actually. But there again, and it was funny for me because I'm tall, and the because the Japanese beds are usually like 190 centimeters, and I'm like 185. But if you put like a pillow, your head on a pillow, and you're not like crashing your head against the headboard, your feet are hanging off the bed. So I would always get a semi-double or a double bed, you know, so I could sleep diagonally across it. So you know, it meant that my apartment was mostly bed. It had its good points and its bad points. I won't go into detail, but you know, but it is something when you bring someone home and there's nothing but a bed. It can be a good thing. But anyway, there's Kitayase. So yeah, I've lived near that's just near Kashiwa, by the way. Not bad. Setagaya. Whoa, Setagaya? No way. Guest house. Okay, so this is a room. Well, so it's a private room in a guest house. It's not a full apartment. So and even then you can see it's super expensive. This is a fantastic. And Setagaya is like one of the best wards in Tokyo. But of course you don't get an apartment there. You just get a room, and you have to share with people who might steal your stuff. But there you go. So you know, it's interesting to see that, you know, you can actually get pretty affordable accommodation if you're willing to suffer a little bit. You should all know, expats, if you are watching Netflix on an American account through a VPN, and this is something that expats in Japan have done for a long time, even in New Zealand we do it as well, because you know they don't have a good catalogue for foreigners in Japan. Netflix is going to be locking that down apparently, and including to block people who try to use VPNs. Or so basically, even if you're a business traveler or you have a US-based account, you won't be able to access it from Japan, so you'll be forced to use only the Japan catalog, which, by the way, the Japan catalog 100% sucks. So if you're a traveler to Japan and you're using Netflix, I assume the same thing is, it'll be like iTunes. You know, the iTunes catalog for Japan sucks, and it's because the rights holding organizations for the Jazz Rack, that hold the music and the movie rights and everything, they're super expensive, and they just, you know, they're extortionate, and it means that all the downloading services in Japan suck because they want to keep stay alive. So this is kind of bad news, but just a heads up that people who are relying on VPNs for access to Netflix and whatnot are going to have their lives made a little bit more difficult pretty soon. Osaka's just put Japan's first ever anti-hate speech, and hate speech defined specifically as racist speech. So have a good night, by the way, Conrad. Megan? Why did I say Conrad? I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. I'm just trying to keep up with everything at once. Have a good night, Megan. Thank you for joining. By the way, Minashi NYT. Nice to have you along. Indeed, Shoken. Hatsumi? I don't know. Very good. Yokoso. So anyway, Osaka's got the first ever, and this is mainly because they've got a very large Korean community there, and the North Korean schools there and so on tend to get targeted by right-wingers and kind of really nasty sort of, you know, real racist speech. So very good to see this being done there, and hopefully it will expand, but we will see. It'll be interesting to see how that happens. Of course, there's a big bus crash this week. 14 tourists, they are mostly university students on this bus, but this bus was apparently, they didn't do a pre-departure inspection. They were off the planned highway route. They were on local roads, on snowy roads in the mountains in the middle of the night, and the driver was going too fast around corners, and we're trying to figure out what happened. But this bus has already been fined for not tracking the health of its drivers properly. It looks like a bit of a dodgy bus company, and this is one of a string of kind of bus accidents that have happened in recent years, and it seems to be because the drivers have been driving for these companies often like since the 80s. The drivers are getting older. They're working more. There's more tourists and so on, but they're making them work more. So these guys are driving too much, and they're driving tired, and they're getting sick, and things are happening, and it's just kind of, and for me, this is why self-driving automated cars. I'm excited about this, and I think this is the first thing. I mean, at the moment, all these restrictions that you have to have 2 drivers, you can't let them drive more than X hundred kilometers or X hours a day. Make them all robot buses, that are safer than normal drivers, and they can go 24 hours. It's good for the companies, it's good for the passengers, it's good for everybody. So I can't wait till we go into that new world, and hopefully we'll see less of this. This is really, really unfortunate. 14 people died in that. Japan Business Time, Gaijin versus Gaijin went up this week. It's really, really good. And, Rochelle's take was different to mine. I always take it as Gaijins fighting with Gaijins, but Rochelle came up with a bit of a different angle on how different types of Gaijins are treated differently by Japanese. It was a great take on it. And I know people want to hear more anecdotes from her, and we will have more anecdotes from her in the next episode coming up this Wednesday, which is what happens in Japan when shit goes down. When shit happens in Japan, what happens? Fantastic subject, and that is pretty much what Rochelle's whole life is about. So I think this week's going to be a bit of a special episode on Wednesday, so look out for that. Great topic. I just enjoyed hearing Rochelle say the word shit as well, which was kind of fun. So that was good, and check out last week's one if you haven't seen it already. And talking of self-driving cars, the US government spending $4 billion is investing $4 billion in developing self-driving car technologies. A bit like NASA does for aviation, they want to do for cars. I think they want to do this because I think they're genuinely afraid that you might have companies like Volvo or non-American companies could completely take over the auto business if America gets behind on this, and they're in danger of this. Plus, I could also imagine the US government from a military perspective. You think of the IEDs and, trying to supply people in Afghanistan and places like that. You really want self-driving cars. DARPA's been running these competitions for self-driving cars for a long time. So it kind of makes sense that now all the technology is going in there, and plus this affects infrastructure and so on as well, that the US government's pouring as much money as needs to be poured in to get it done and to make it happen as soon as possible, and that is good news. I mean, I'm happy for anyone to put $4 billion into making that happen, so that is pretty awesome. Quick thing here on rural farm stays. They've been going on for a long time. Rural farm stays. JTB is actually opening up a whole new range, package for foreign tourists to go and work on Japanese farms. I've heard from some people. I know some people who have done this actually, including Ace from Ace Producer. He's done a farm stay. It ends up being you pay to do it, and it's actually quite serious work. And it is a little bit like the apprenticeship system, where you wonder, is this really a tourist experience for the people, or is this kind of affordable labor in the name of a tourist experience? And I think it's probably a mix of both. But that said, yeah. Is it snowing in Shibuya? Damn, is it snowing where I am? I gotta check that out. I can't see out that window at the moment. I'm going to check that out soon. They did say it would snow tonight, and we're in Tokyo. We are possibly going to have settled snow, on the ground tomorrow, so it'll be interesting to see. A couple of minutes left. As inevitably was going to happen, someone from the LDP again slipped out that he thought that Comfort were prostitutes, and then retracted the statement. But little things like this are going to make the thing impossible. If it wasn't impossible in the first place, they're going to make it more impossible than it already was impossible. So that happens. Interesting thing, the news that came out this week, 2015, the lowest crime in Japan since World War II. And not only that, the year with the most foreigners ever in Japan, the highest tourism, the highest number of 13 million foreign visitors, is the year that Japan has the lowest crime. So I think good news for everybody there. And Japan was already insanely safe before all of this. Yes, and yes, if you're commuting on the Chua line, you're probably going to have to use a different train tomorrow, because even if there's like 1 centimeter of snow, they stop that train line, which sucks. You might have seen this thing with the translator thing. The company came out and said that video was staged and acted out, so don't worry, he wasn't really sexually molesting people like it looks like in that video. They were actors, and we just thought it would be a good way to sell our product. Right. That's a good idea. Well, I understand in a way you want to catch attention, you want to be a go-getter, you want to be a startup that goes out and wants to be controversial and viral with a controversial anti-PC video, but honestly, sexual harassment is just not a good way to go with this sort of thing. Plus, of course, if we're going to say that the video was staged, let's go all the way. I've seen automatic translation. I do translation, and what they show in that video is not possible at the moment. It's BS. It's pre-recorded, it's staged, and that product is vaporware, and I don't think it's ever going to emerge. That's the other thing. What is the purpose of this video? The purpose of this video is probably to find someone to fund, to give them money to go and continue a project which, if they want it to look like that, is never going to be realized. They want to con somebody who would be attracted to a video like that. I mean, I guess that's the thing. If you have someone who actually wants to pay money to a company that endorses sexual harassment as a marketing technique, and you want people who would pay them, those sort of people, money to have less money, then I think this is a great idea. This is a great way of getting the money out of people who would pay to invest in and support sexual harassment. And so a huge success in that line. But the product itself, well, it looks like it would be great if that existed. It doesn't exist, and it won't exist for a while. Annie-san, I hadn't even thought about the idea of doing a parody video. That is such a good idea. Oh man, that's gold. Yeah, that is a really, really good idea. Well, oh man, there's so many different ways you could do that as well. You could have the extreme translator, you could have the lost in translation translator, the one-word translation for everything. You could have the shitty translator. I mean, there's the Hungarian dictionary is the famous Monty Python skit, but you can do that so many different ways. That is such a great idea. That Guy Fawkes, good to see you. So that is interesting. Washington Post asking, can Japan resolve the sex slave questions? No, they can't. Sorry. There's a little interesting thing about the home screens of a bunch of Japanese university students. What are the hot apps if you want to hang out with Japanese people? There's something that I know and some that I don't. Smap breaking up. Who cares? Well, I just want them to kick out that middle guy, Nakai. Just get rid of him and keep the rest, or do what you like. I don't really care with the rest. But anyway, I should probably do it. I don't know if it's possible, but we might figure something out there. And that is it. Those are all the topics for this week. We're just up on the hour. I hope you like the music. I hope you like the show. Thank you very much for watching and joining and allowing me to talk to myself like a crazy person every week. It's great to see all of you guys. It's great to see new names as well. And I think that's a golden idea, Andy-san. I think that's a really great idea. So anyway, I'll tell you what, if you'd like, I could make one tune before you go. I've got the iPad hooked up, and I was actually playing around with the Hikosaemon. I haven't made any Hikosaemon tracks in a while. I can make a Hikosaemon track, or I could just go. What do you think? Yes, and Phil Nolan, those are iOS home screens because everyone in Japan uses iOS. Tell you what, I don't know. I think we've got a good length show at the moment. So I think I'm just going to wrap it up for tonight, actually. I've got this, which I was playing around with, but let me... yeah, it's a bit meh. That's a bit meh. I'll come back and play with that some more, maybe another time. Show you guys that. So, some people saying music, please go. People saying go. Well, wait a minute. Okay. Why don't I do some music then? This will be super short though, so I'm not very well prepared. Ba-dum. Oh. That sucks. So, just playing around. The thing is, most of the music I've been making lately has been really like having strong beats and stuff like that, which I realize isn't great background music for videos. So I was just thinking I'd make something which would make better background music. So I'm going to make something a little bit more ambient-y that you can have as background music on your videos for downloading and stuff like that. This app is Hikosaemon. It's available on iPhone and iPad and iOS, and it's awesome, and I love it. So there you go. That is the outro. Check out my tunes on SoundCloud and all that other good stuff. Stay tuned for another episode of the Japan Business Time this week. And peace out. Have a good one, everybody, and thank you for joining me tonight. Peace. Stop streaming. 1 minute, 1 hour 7. Boom. Do I want to stop? Okay. Peace, everybody.